this is like the greatest I told you so victory lap.
It's a great win for so many reasons. India is the world's largest democracy. It has a huge number of English speakers. It's an adversary of China. And Indian Prime Minister Modi is getting in early to get one of the best trade deals with the United States. He's smart. It's a great deal for both countries. And with this close relationship between the U.S. and India, we may also be able to tamp down this recent violence between India and Pakistan.
Yeah, let's actually get into that because, General, you obviously had a role in NATO, too, when you were active duty military. They're both nuclear powers, and they're shooting each other's planes down.
Yeah, these tensions have gone on for a long time. April 22nd, there was a terror event in Kashmir that made it all bubble over. It's very dangerous because they both are nuclear powers, but I believe they'll show restraint here. The thing that is we have to be cautious about is India cut off the Indus River going into Pakistan through its dam. That's very, very concerning. So both sides have landed blows on each other. I'm hoping they'll back away and be more pragmatic. I think that's what will happen. If not, we all have to look at China as a possibility here in Pakistan's corner.
Like, I've looked into this. Like, I can't identify the root cause of this war other than just, like, escalating tensions over the years. Like, what do they actually want to achieve here?
Yeah, so
the Kashmir area...
go ahead, Fred.
Sorry, Fred, go ahead.
The Kashmir area has been a tinderbox for decades. There's overlapping territorial claims. There are terrorist groups in Pakistan that killed groups of Indian tourists into the area. Pakistan claims that India will not resolve the territorial differences. India is doing things that's against the interest of what Pakistan wants done in the region. Both states are doing things to needle the other. It's gone on for a long time. There's constant weapons being fired across the border that don't result in any skirmishes, but it's been a tinderbox for a long time.
And General, that's kind of my point here is like there's so many things, and usually Donald Trump is the first to jump in and say, hey, let's negotiate something, let's make a deal. It doesn't appear like any deal can be made. They're just doing stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure there's phone calls going into both capitals, but here's the cool thing back home. The left doesn't know which way President Trump is breaking on this. He hasn't picked a side, and so they're all having bleeding eyeballs because they just want to pick the side that President Trump's not on. And what I think President Trump's smartly doing is just working quietly to get this thing tamped down and restore stability. And I think that will come. But it is amazing to watch D.C. go into paralysis mode just because he won't pick a side.
Yeah, and Fred, also, in the midst of this, China is like very quietly, they're not doing it publicly because they have to save face, but they're very quietly re-entering negotiations, and they're worried about a lot of things here. They got 16 million people out of work that are protesting in the streets.
China's economy is extremely export-based. And as I think I've said on the show before, the biggest security threat for Chinese leaders is not us or nuclear weapons or anything else. It's domestic unrest. And there's always some degree of domestic unrest in China. But what Trump has done with the tariffs is enormously frightening to China's leaders. I mean, I think we all knew they were going to be forced to come to the bargaining table.
Yeah. General?
Xi Jinping is in deep trouble. He's facing a bigger threat from his own army, the People's Liberation Army, and his interior Politburo than he is anywhere else in the world. And we'll have to look for a lot of instability. But what I did write about is you corner a dragon, you better be ready for the outcomes because there will be some.
Yeah, I mean, but what do some of those outcomes potentially look like, Fred? I mean, China obviously is going to go kicking and screaming. They're going to do something to try to look like they're retaliating. But what do they got if they have no money in their banks?
Well, I think they're looking for some type of trade deal that's going to lower these tariffs. But, I don't know what they're going to trade away because they're so dependent upon cheating us in international trade. And frankly, we can do without China. China cannot do without us. The concessions they make will be humiliating and very painful. But I can't predict what they're going to be.
Yeah, about 20.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.